Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Well actually welcome to 2025. I know, already, it's crazy. 2025 has snuck up on me very quickly, and this video was supposed to come out at the end of 2024, but then of course my mic broke and I had a bunch of other problems, and now I'm late to it. Basically the story of my damn life. Oh well, you guys are here now, we're all here now, we're all ready to get started. So yeah, I've got some stuff to talk about today, and yes, my mic is fixed, so I will be actually sounding decent. My mic is good, and I'm happy with it. Anyway, we have lots of stuff to talk about, like quality of life changes and some other fun things. So without further ado, let's get straight into that. So yeah, first thing we're going to talk about is some quality of life changes and just some stuff I feel like should be added in this year. If not, it should already be in the game. But let's get in this year, because yeah. The first one I want to talk about and one discussed by nearly everybody in Dead by Daylight is Prestige 100 rewards. What is the purpose of getting to Prestige 100? What is the purpose of putting in that over 100 million blood points just to get this one little acclaimed title on your name? And it doesn't have much to it. I think the only Prestige 100 reward currently in the game, like literally the only one, is when you do it with Naughtywear selected as a skin for Trapper, you get a little unique voice line, and that is it, I believe. I believe that's all that you get for it. And that's cool, but, we need a reward, so whilst brainstorming ideas for rewards, I was thinking of like a furthered Prestige, a remastered Legacy, and like, this little anniversary fucking the old crowns, like the 4th and the 5th year, and we could just have the Prestige 100 logo behind their head instead. But I know people will be wanting to actually have a useful charm, so if we can't come up with a cool skin, we could just have a cosmetic. No one, a charm. We could just have a charm. No one's gonna be mad about that. I don't even like charms, and I wouldn't be mad about that. I would be slightly bummed out, but I would want it still. And yeah, I feel like we just need a Prestige 100 reward in the game, and is that late now? It's been in the game for years now, and we still don't have it. And it's pretty rough, but I'm sure we'll get it this year. This year seems like the time for these quality of life changes to actually come into effect, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I really hope so though. Alright, on to my next quality of life change, and this one is one I've wanted for a wee while now, and it's no blood point cap. So for those of you that don't know, which most of you will know anyway, blood points in this game are capped at 2 million, which sounds a bit strange considering that it takes over 100 million to get to Prestige 100, which is most people's goals nowadays. Yeah, it's pretty weird like that. The 2 million blood point cap used to be a thing back when we only had 3 prestige levels, and it was sort of used to incentivize like playing more matches because you only really needed that much prestige. Things were more expensive, but like it wouldn't take long to get them to prestige 3. Nowadays, getting them to prestige 6 takes like 6.5 million blood points, and that is insane. And yeah, the 2 million blood point cap does not help with this at all. You can get up to 2 million blood points, and then you're just kind of sat there, constantly spending all your blood points, constantly going back, playing more. And I also just know a bunch of people would benefit from having so much saved up, especially like content creators and stuff like that would just have so much saved up, and they would benefit from that, because they could just spend it whenever they needed to, and it would just be fun. It would be a fun little collection to have, like everything else people have. And yeah, it would also help with Prestige 100s, and it just seems very outdated for the 2 million blood point cap to still be in game. I mean, I understand it was incentivized to stop auto-clicking, and it was incentivized to stop like hoarding, unfairness, shit like that, and to actually add a cap so that you knew to go back and spend your blood points when the time was right. But now doesn't seem like a big thing. I mean, we have Prestige 100s, all those blood points that people make are gone within the millisecond they are made anyway. And I feel like it would just be better for us to not have the cap, so that we weren't so limited in the sense of trying to Prestige 100, trying to get to Prestige 6. All of that could be achieved after a week of grinding and then just spending the next week. But yeah, I feel like it's something we don't need anymore, and I really hope this one comes to fruition especially. Alright, next up, this one kind of goes hand in hand with the removal of the blood point cap, and it's basically just an Autoclicker or an Autospender for all of your blood points. And what I mean by that is like an Autoclicker because, you don't want to sit there clicking a button like console players be spamming A and X, and it's just like, sat there for hours on end sometimes, even though there's only 2 million, but, still, you still sat there for like 15 minutes sometimes, and it's just annoying. But yeah, instead of that, we should have like an Autoclicker or an Autospender. So an Autoclicker will, you know, be a button on the side, you press it, and your blood web slowly goes up, casually. You know, you get to sit back, relax as it does, whilst you're queuing or whatever. And then an Autospender invests all of your blood points, every single one, into the same character. Gets you a bunch of levels, all that fun shit, without having to go through all the slow-ass animations. But I don't know, I just feel like this would make a good quality of life change, due to the fact that some people spend so long Prestige 100ing their characters when they could just simply do it like with a button. If by Daylight decided, hey, we'll add a button for you, it would make so many people's lives easier, because it wouldn't be such a big thing to get to Prestige 100. Like, it would be still one hell of an achievement, but it wouldn't be like a time-consuming fucking stuck at each prestige level. Like, I do understand the slow grind is satisfying, but some people do not want to wait so unbelievably long, especially if you have like jobs and stuff. Alright, so the next one I have here is a Addon Recycler. Now, the way this would work is effectively, whenever you did your blood web, you know, you get all those really useless brown add-ons, those really useless yellow add-ons. Basically, I wish there was a store where you could trade those in and get half their value back in blood points. I feel like that would be very cool, being able to just spend all your blood points, turning around, getting half of what you spent back, spending them all again. Or even just like, you know, those people with up to like 2,000 fucking brown, what are they called? Padded bear trap fucking things for Trapper. Imagine the amount of people selling that, just having immediate 2 million blood points. It's just, yeah, you know, some people will use this a lot because some people do have a massive hoard of shit that they don't want. And yeah, you know, I just feel like it's something that would fit the game, and it's a cool little fun feature that you can do, especially if you're in dire need of blood points. And it would replace sort of having to spend all your money at the having to spend all of your iridescent shards at the Shrine of Secrets just to get that little crossover 100k. But yeah, you know, this is just something I feel like should come in. Now this one also might be just a little bit personal, but can we get a exclamation mark remover for the store, like a seen all button? Because every single time I hop on to play and there's a brand new fucking cosmetic set out, I have to check every single goddamn piece of every single goddamn cosmetic before that fucking exclamation mark goes away. And it is the worst. So I would really like a little read all or all red button or something like that, or seen all, anything. I just want that, please. That would be happy. That would make me very happy, because holy shit, I hate going through and clicking every single button in the book. It makes me so annoyed. But you know, please, it's simple. It's a quick, simple one. Please, please behavior. Next up is Legendaries with Prestige. This is one I have wanted for so long. Every time you buy a Legendary skin, I feel like it should come with Prestige. I feel like Naughty Bear should have his Prestige when you unlock Trappers. I feel like all of that should come with Prestige. Once you buy the outfit, you should have Prestige. Like Were Elk, Naughty Bear, all of them should come with a Prestige, in my opinion. I get there might be a little bit more work to do, but they are, at the end of the day, their own character, just plastered onto another character. So it's not too horrible to deal with. It's just sort of how it is. Like, we want these characters to have their own prestiges because of how cool they are, and they are legendaries, they're their own characters. It is a capability. It's not impossible for behavior to do, and yeah, you know, it's something that I feel like we should see in the future, just because it's that little bit more, you know, that little bit extra bonus on top of your legendary skin. This one isn't a super big sort of like, oh, we need this in the game. This is just a quality of life change I feel like will be quite nice for those people who did go out and spend those really big bucks on those really, really expensive skins. And yeah, it would be a little homage to them and just be like, hey, here you go, you know, here's another free cosmetic for you. But yeah, anyway, let's continue. Alright, my final quality of life change for this video is going to be visible survivor builds in the lobby. Now this is one I have requested for so long, but as you're playing solo queue in DBD Mobile, rest in peace by the way, you can actually see the builds of your fellow teammates, and it is so useful. It is just so good. So can we get this in DBD Core? Okay, the only version anymore? Please, this would be great. This would help a lot. I play solo queue all the time because I do. I have to get survivor clips, and it sucks because most of the time solo queue is just terrible. And yeah, just being able to see this, like this one specific part, is so good, and I really hope we can get it in the main game. But yeah, that's going to do it for all of my quality of life changes. I do have a bunch more if you guys wanted me to make a full video on them. But yeah, let's move on to the next part of this video. So, the next part of this video is actually the leaks for 2025, and I'm not sure how realistic they are, so do take them with a grain of salt, but also take them with precaution, because they seem sort of legit. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I sincerely recommend clicking off this video now, or at least skipping right to the outro, okay? For those of you that really want to know, because most of us do, sit back, relax, as I tell you what's probably going to happen very soon. So, we got this leak over on Schmuckles' server from a guy who's more or less a new leaker, but everybody else seems to be showing trust to him, or at least knows that he has some information correct. And when I say everyone else, I mean specifically Ruthless, kind of believes in this guy and goes ahead and says, yeah, no, this is all good. So we're kind of forced to believe that he knows what he's talking about, and he knows the shit he's saying is true. So yeah, you know, it is pretty intimidating knowing someone has all this information. Anyway, we'll go over what it says now. It says, Springtrap will have the axe, Michael Afton is the survivor, FNAF will have a map, and Springtrap has a jump scare ability, and his name will be the animatronic. Basically, that is all we know for the FNAF chapter. That is everything he knows and found out, which is pretty cool. Finally, or next up, sorry, Kanki, I believe that's how you pronounce it, so sorry if you don't, if it's not. I don't watch Tokyo Ghoul and never have, and probably will when he gets added into Dead by Daylight. But Kanki will have the tentacle grapple ability, basically allowing himself to grab onto survivors and drag himself across the floor until he reaches them, almost like a reverse Death Slinger. His name will be the Ghoul, and this next one coming up, I'm not 100% sure on, but it's the Freddy rework. Will have a Robert Englund skin. I don't know how accurate that is. Hopefully it is. Might not be. The Indoraptor can turn invisible is for the Jurassic Park chapter, and the Indoraptor will have a survivor and a map. Next up is Terrifier is wanted by behavior, and Predator, Slenderman, and Candyman are not coming anytime soon. So sorry if you want those licenses, but they are not it just yet. Yeah, honestly, if these are true, super exciting. I'm not mad about that. I would be so hyped for all of these. But yeah, let's move on to chapters that I think could actually come into the game. Those little leaks out the way, there's not really much evidence to back those up, no screenshots or models or anything like that, so I say we just continue. Well, apparently there is models and stuff, I just haven't seen them because I have not been given access, and neither has no one else. So yeah, let's continue on with what I think could actually be coming in for the chapters if these aren't real. First up would be Kayako from The Grudge. I feel like she would make an awesome fit for March, but most of us are unfortunately very confident about Tokyo Ghoul being the March chapter, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, either one of them would make a fun addition to Dead by Daylight in my opinion. I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul, but from what I have seen, it looks cool. Next up, we're supposed to be getting a licensed survivor of some sort. No one truly knows who this is, and no information has actually been dropped on this. This will be coming out in between the chapter just mentioned and the anniversary chapter. So yeah, that could be cool. Next up, the anniversary chapter has been confirmed by Behavior to be FNAF. And yeah, you know, definitely one heavily requested one that's going to be a big year for Behavior. Right there, I can see it right there. that's the selling point right there. So yeah, you know, July time, guys, get prepared. It's going to be very, very big. Servers are going to be full. Lots of new people are going to come in. It's going to be a good time. Now, after FNAF is supposed to be Jurassic World, which is going to be so fun. According to the leaks, the Indoraptor has an invisibility ability, and also the survivor is not going to be anyone super major. The theory was Robert Muldoon, from what I have read and spoken about in the Schmuckle server. And yeah, you know, still a cool chapter. I cannot wait to play as Indoraptor though. I am so excited. Now, supposedly there may also be a few more sneaky chapters in there somewhere, but we're not 100% sure yet. And yeah, honestly, that's going to be such a cool year. But to finish it off for the year, I feel like it's going to actually be Frank Stone, from a casting of Frank Stone. Either Frank Stone or Jason. I know, I brought him up again. I really think he's coming to the game really soon. I really think he is going to come in as an anniversary chapter, but because we know he can't this year, I feel like he's either going to come out as a normal chapter, or next year he'll be an anniversary chapter. Either way, everyone wants him. I have not seen someone besides those like, oh, he's just trapping people, that does not want him. So yeah, you know, please, let's see. I really hope this year's the one. If it's not, anniversary next year, mark my words. Mark my words. He's coming in, okay? He's freaking coming in, I swear to God. Alrighty, well, I've spoken quite a lot at the moment, and yeah, you know, I love speaking in my new microphone. That is my old microphone, but I got back now and it works. Yay! Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me, and yeah, if you enjoyed, smash a like button. Yeah, it lets me know whether or not you enjoyed the video. You know, like to dislike ratio is just kind of, yeah, and also likes to view ratio is pretty easy for me to read. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, have a good day or night depending on where you live, and I'll see you in the next one. That was a really weird outro. I just said see you in the next one like 3 times. But we're gonna roll with it, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.